Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard the Pants 4J. And yes, this is actual realistic battle in tanks. What have you done with the real napalm? Well, I thought I'd give it a try, and this is actually the second battle, as I didn't find anything to shoot at in the first battle because I was too cautious. I was, don't know if that's the right word, I was, a little bit of afraid to fuck it up, to storm in, seeing something and boom, being dead. And so I checked every corner like 3 times, and also were on the map Volokolamsk in a mode that I hadn't seen in arcade before, or a map part that I haven't seen in arcade before, and so I was really, not too sure, what to think of. But this map, I know of, but not the size. The size of this map is ridiculous, and I cut out the first 5 minutes of just getting near the point. I saw this tank and I fucked it up, and first shell just kills the driver. I'm not used to the slow elevation mechanism. Yeah, it's not the fastest in arcade either, but it's just that slugginess that is not there in arcade. Now, the difference from arcade to realistic are not so much mechanical wise as, certain points are the same, like potential top speed, the basic characteristics, the rate of fire, the penetration values, the armor values, angling works alike as far as I know, So the basic mechanics, which are important, are the same. But RP is so sluggish, so slow. Now, I knew this already, but, to drive around in this battle for like 19 minutes and finishing off second and getting such a tiny reward, I have to say I did not enjoy this map. Now, I'm, often watching Orange's live stream, and he just bailed out of this map. And by playing it once, I can purely understand why. This map, I love, and therefore I was just a little bit too slow to get aim on this tank. I saw him, I was just not fast enough with my usual handling. So, and therefore I look around, and then you will see me like condensing 7 minutes where nothing happens into 2 minutes of fast forwarding. It looks not too good on here on the render program, but we will see how it turns out on the actual rendered footage. I hope it looks better. If it doesn't look good, I will never do it again, or try a little bit around with the settings. But back to the topic. The first 5 minutes just driving to potentially get one shot at is not fun. 7 minutes of doing nothing, where I get no sim lines and no RP for nothing, is just not fun. Then the total battle time over 19 minutes. It would be fine, it would be, a bit more realistic as to expected, but to get such a tiny reward, as we will see at the end, by finishing second with so few kills, and that shot was not too bad for me being an arcade scrub, right? I managed to condense this battle into 7 minutes, and it is still way too long. Yes, the difference between arcade and realistic are there, and they make sense. And, I have also this observations, and I didn't take the shot as I did not stop immediately to take the shot because I knew it would take too long to point the gun at the target, aim and shoot before he potentially could take me out with this rapid firing gun. I was not sure what it was at that time. It was Matilda at the end, which I will kill in a moment. I love the long ways, but therefore there must be something to shoot at, and that's the problem that I foresaw when I thought about playing realistic. There are not enough people for those huge battles, you know. This battle is so huge, it could literally be a map for enduring tank battles, you know. And I would love to see the implementation, or at least a test of it. But yeah, and there I wait until he straightens out, you know, because I know my stuff. Thank you very much. Then a little bit forward again, and I looked around, thought about going into the cap circle, trying to shoot down this bomber, but you know, because I was bored as hell, and soon enough I didn't get any hit at all. I was actually lucky to not get bombed there. And then I see the AAA fire, react to it. It's not different to arcade. The stuff that I, for myself, observe is not too different. Yes, now it pays off to stay in the shade, you know, or in the shadow of a tree or what, especially against airplanes. I used to play simulator a little bit until Gaijin really screwed it up for me, you know, by not changing anything and you know, getting bombed at the beginning of a battle, and then the battle is done for you. It's just not fun, and Gaijin never addressed it. Never! And they just screwed over one of their major selling points. The heart bumping in simulator is something that was just awesome. I love to go around in a medium wolf pack and to hunt down T-34s or Panzer IVs when playing T-34s myself. It was just awesome. And now let's have a look at the result for 19 minutes of playing, being in second place. So those are the post-battle results screen. 3 kills and 1 assist for 19 minutes. And I just get 2,281 research points and just 20,000 silver lines. With 1,223 score points, I'm second. And people do research with realistic like that. I know, not every battle will end like this, I'm quite sure. And I will stick to this. But for first impressions, after such a long time, I'm not impressed, Gaijin. I'm not impressed. So this might have ended in a rant, but be sure I will stick to it. I will definitely try out more throughout all the different nations. I might take out some very high tier tanks that I never dared to touch because I knew they were shit, like the Kanonjagd Panzer 45 or even the M48 Patton 3. You know, stuff like this. Maybe I will hunt even more tanks with the ZSU 57 too. Who knows? I'm not promising that I will do all the stuff I just said, but I will tell you that I will try out more stuff in realistic. Maybe this might have been the worst 2 games that you probably can get into, but I think it's very important for me to be honest to you guys and to just give you my pure impressions about what I just saw, you know. And between doing this battle and, you know, actually doing the post commentary, I let myself a little bit of time to cool down because I was really not amused about it. I didn't die, I won, the team played very good together, and yet it was a complete fail for me personally, you know. Because what would have been more impressive to just go out and make 10 kills and say, look, that was my second battle. But there was literally nothing to shoot. And those AAAs at the end, well, they were just, you know, luck that they were there and were camping their own spawn. Sure, maybe I will learn a lot of through, you know, doing battle after battle, and every mode with every map has its own flow of the battle, which I You know, I'm very good at reading in arcade, of course, because I played numerous thousands battles, you know, maybe 10, 20,000 battles. I even don't know how many I played. But in realistic, you know, it's just, you know, I just told it. Um, I have now researched everything, so I have enough time to go deep into that and maybe prepare some videos for you guys. The next short announcement is today I saw a video of World of Warships where I saw a gameplay or recorded or yeah a spectator mode gameplay of the Scharnhorst, and I was quite impressed. I can't wait until those German battleships come out, and you definitely will see videos of that if you want or not, because you know I present the stuff I want, and I haven't heard so far anything that speaks directly against World of Warships footage. I think you guys are okay as long as I don't, you know, overdo it, and yeah, so maybe a few videos, but it will probably take a few more weeks or months until those ships come out. So yeah, and I think now it's the time for you to go into the comment section and spam me with tips and tricks for realistic battles. I, you know, like to receive some. The other part is once I gathered enough experience to do reasonably well in realistic, I will probably do a guide for people that wanna switch over from arcade to realistic. However, currently there seems to be a change in the meta of arcade battles, especially in the spotting system, as you see invisible tanks popping up around the corner, and I feel more and more like in World of Tanks, which I really don't like. Really, I don't like it. Anyways, if you have liked the video, please give it a like. And thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. See you next time on the battlefield.